The following content are the expressed thoughts, views, ideas, and opinions of the individuals and guests of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. This podcast may contain adult language and themes not suitable for children under the age of 17. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Please stand by while we wait for the cast of the Nerds Have Spoken. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowry on the Nerds Have Spoken. I'm here with my shitload of people this week. I got Lady Love, my wife.
Hello.
I got Eric and Siobhan.
Yo,
and
yo.
I got the Wolfenstein. How you guys doing?
Woo-hoo! Doing pretty good, man. How about you guys? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
That dude said big papa turkey. I just noticed that. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, man.
Yo, so why don't you tell us what we got in store this week, Lowry, before we get into introducing our significant others?
Yeah. So this week, it's actually, we're going to do something a little bit different since the holiday is coming up. You know, Thanksgiving's next week. We figured we'd do something a little bit different. Have our spouses on. Hopefully they won't kill us in the middle of it.
I promise
we're going to talk about
any secrets.
Yeah. We're going to talk about just, what we're going to be doing, everything else, any childhood memories, stuff like that. And then we're going to have some miscellaneous trivia questions, and we may get into some Mandalorian news. So
Cool beans. So, Lowry, how was your week? You and the lovely wife, young Bethany.
ladies first.
Honestly, just working right now. Waiting to see, what the state does, so the county does, of whether or not I'm going to be back. Well, I've been back in the classroom for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So just depending on how the numbers go could determine what happens.
All right, fair enough. Lowry, how about you, man? I know you've been dealing with a couple of health things and personal training.
Yeah. Oh man, Jesus! So I started physical therapy last week. Actually,
That's what
2
it is.
weeks ago.
Personal training. My bad.
I was about to say, no, he's not doing personal training right now.
But no, so I started PT last week, and it's kicking my ass, and it's awesome.
Good stuff. Starting to feel better?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I can walk a little bit, like take a step or two without the crutch, but then sometimes I don't think, and I start to keep walking, and then I'm like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, ow.
Delayed reaction.
Yeah. But yeah, just kind of worked here and there, ready for the holiday. I only work 3 days this coming week, and that's about it. So
nice.
How about you, Aaron?
How about your week, babe? How was your week last week?
I don't remember it, so I guess that's good.
Work, rinse, repeat?
Yeah, really. It's nothing interesting happened. I think I'm more so getting ready for this week where I will have. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Girl,
I saw Eric's butt in the camera move.
I think I'm getting more so ready for this week where I will have both girls and meetings and things happening. So
oh wow.
Yeah. So I think I don't remember last week because I'm more so thinking about this week. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we heard last week you were super mom with everything going on right now. So
that's why I don't remember it.
Just lots of wine. Just remember. Big glass of wine.
I bought new wine stoppers. I was like,
there you go.
Wait, why do you need wine stoppers? Just finish the bottle.
I'm a rookie.
Straw?
I'm a rookie, so no, we can't. I can't finish it. I have to work the next day.
I had a pretty good week, uneventful. Hung out with the MyRock crew yesterday. Very small gathering. Like 5 of us actually, 4 or 5, one of the two. But social distance, everybody had their mask. We labeled some Transformers, talked stuff, ate a little bit, and came on home. So that was like the highlight of my week towards the end of the week. But it was pretty cool.
Did you share the meat safely?
No, not that. Actually, I didn't even cook. I brought some chicken wings. I didn't
no.
cook this time. Not enough time to cook a brisket. That was the original plan, but that would have been, I mean, as small of a group as we were, it would have been a waste. So, yeah, but that was pretty much it for me. But what about the Wolfensteins?
How's your week?
Oh, it was great. No, I had my daughter this week. I've been alternating custody between my ex and I, and so this was my week to have my daughter.
Nice.
So going through
that.
Yeah.
Why she has the wine right now?
It's why I have
Mom's
the
drinking a
wine.
lot of wine right now, right?
That's a wine. And yeah, so she just went back to her dad's today, thank God. And
I see Wolf's drinking too.
Oh, yeah, he's drinking that toilet water.
but other than that, yeah, just going through my record collection, my new obsession, and
Yeah, I saw your post about that. I thought that was interesting. Nice.
yeah, I just started back up with that after years for I don't know why. It just I don't know. It's a new fun thing to do because there's nothing new out that I want to collect. So I'm like, okay, well, records, yay!
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but
That's not a problem at our house.
Yeah.
That is not a problem at our house.
What?
There are new
here.
things that are apparently coming out that need to be collected
That's
all
right.
the time.
That's right.
Well, he has the toy.
Hey, at least my collection is focused though. Like I'm not all over the place. I'm like
It's
I collect
focused going this way and that way. And
sometimes it's over here, sometimes it's over there.
like driving on a curvy road, right?
That road's still thin though, baby. 2-lane highway.
with shoulders on either side.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get off and give it a rest.
Sometimes you got to drift into it and keep going.
I used to be all about books and collecting books, and now I'm off of that. And I'm like, hey, records are cool and they're thinner, and I have shelf space for that. So,
Nice.
oh.
Well, I noticed we do a Secret Santa here every year. This would be our third year. And I started noticing on your Elster, like record.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. That's going to be fun this year. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's
I'm
always
excited.
a blast. This time I actually be able to participate in the Zoom call because I don't work that second job anymore. So that works.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
that's right.
Oh, that's why you came on for a
Weren't
bit.
you on it for a little bit last year?
Yeah,
That's what you were
I was
walking,
talking.
Yep. You know, I had to make up that extra TFCon money that I had spent.
Well, yeah, now without having any conventions.
Right. You know, so I don't need that side hustle anymore. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I think Wolf has a question he wants to ask.
Ladies, do you happen to know what time it is?
It's time
to nerd up or shut up.
Nice.
That was all synchronized and shit.
Look at them. They were watching each other too, like,
As they're holding a knife behind us.
That was unrehearsed. Well done.
Well done, ladies.
Hey,
Well done.
Yeah.
I don't have anything, so I'm not sitting next to my significant other for him to cue when for me to come in.
As the knife or fork is stabbing them, you better see.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, Lowry, go ahead and take it away, man. What you got?
All right. So since this is going to be something new for us this year and everything, so let's talk about any childhood memories you had of Thanksgiving growing up. You know, did you have a fun story or something like that, seeing family or something goofy that you remember? Like, just take it away. What do you guys think? How about the Wolfensteins? We'll go with you guys first.
We got it.
What do I have?
Like
I
any
just always
memory?
remember waking up and watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. Like, that was always a big thing in the house, getting up, watching Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yep.
And then watching football all day. And just eating was an all-day event. Like, you would eat as soon as food was ready. Like, my mom always put out, like, the appetizers and the stuff your face all day food. And then we would eat actual dinner which was really around lunchtime. And then we would just pick at the Thanksgiving dinner leftovers and make like turkey sandwiches and just eat the rest of the day until you fell into a coma, and then you'd wake up and then you would eat some more, and then lots of pie.
See, in the Black households, we call that the itis.
Nice.
You caught the itis.
Nice. But yeah, it was just like a whole day of eating yourself in and out of comas. And it was the best thing ever.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about
What about
you,
you,
Wolf?
Wolf?
We go to my aunt's house every year. We eat around 2:00. I do my best to avoid my other aunt, who makes me very uncomfortable.
I met her. It's true.
She knows. She
You
knows.
should bring Jello with cat food in it. Like,
Oh!
She talks about
Crunchy
how
nugget.
she's sick with everything and everybody else is sick with everything. And it just makes you like really uncomfortable because it's like, okay.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, one year she came up to me. She goes, you look like Channing Tatum, and I'm like, what?
Did she just get done watching Magic Mike?
I was like, that's what I mean. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm like, what are you even? I don't know.
And whenever we were getting married, she's like, "Oh, so you're getting married and I'm not invited." I was like, "Nobody's invited. Very eloping." Like, oh my
And that's why we're eloping.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that is
so, you
what's
know,
god,
up.
she's great.
I eat as fast as I can. I go in the other room where she's not, and she comes in. I find an excuse to leave, and
Poor thing.
yeah, just nothing. That's
Well,
pretty much
now
it.
you got a wife, Wolf. So that's your bailout. Like, oh, we got to go pick up our daughter.
oh,
There
we
you
got to
go.
see the
Yeah.
other side of the
We
family.
use her a lot
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
an
exactly.
excuse. Like
I'm
she's
telling
the
you.
perfect excuse.
Yeah.
Watching about 10 minutes. We got to go. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, she's been a cranky brat. We gotta go. You just got here. Don't worry about it.
Dang, it sucks. You
Let's
got to
get
be there
some
at 9 just so you can spend some time. You got to get there early just to spend some time, man. Dang, that's whack. Everybody has that family member, though. Everybody has that one family.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
What about you guys, Eric and Siobhan? What about you? Any memories?
I'm sure she has tons of good memories of like Thanksgiving.
I do.
She like Bethany played in bands and orchestras. So
Oh, nice.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I used to be in the marching band, so we weren't in the Macy's parade, but we were in our local parade, and so every year in high school we were in the Thanksgiving parade, so that was fun. And then to avoid the traffic, my aunt, which they're like really expensive condos now, but they used to be normal apartments downtown Detroit, and we would go there to like let the traffic and everything die down, and then like have cocoa and that kind of stuff. I liked it because I got baby, because I was in the parade and it was cold and everybody was just like, oh, make sure she gets cocoa, make sure she has whatever she needs. It's like, yes, rub my feet. So that was pretty cool. I'm doing that. And then, but the whole time my grandmother would be, we would go to my grandmother's house. So the whole time she would stay behind and like start making dinner. I don't know what it is about Thanksgiving, but apparently you got to get up at like 2:00 in the morning and start like cooking it and everything. So, whenever we finished with the parade, the family that went with me to the parade, then we went to my grandmother's house, and the house just smelled like Thanksgiving. Like, I don't even know, like it was just amazing. So then we got there, and like you guys were saying, just like started nibbling like from there on. So that was really cool.
Yeah. So much like Crystal, we would always get up and watch the local Thanksgiving parade here. The Macy's parade was like secondary for us because our parade is pretty big. Like, it's in downtown Detroit. It covers about 4 miles of a walk, 4 to 5. Actually, it might be longer than that. It might be 5 miles of space, and people are lined up on both sides. And we get floats, and they start making floats for the next parade, like literally before this parade goes on. So it's a big thing. It sponsors a lot. It feeds a lot of homeless people here. So,
Nice.
and a lot of people who are not even homeless, it feeds a lot of, underprivileged people. So that parade is very important to us. My brother marched in it. Siobhan marched in it. They actually went to the same high school. So that's
Nice.
like big for us. So those are like memories that I have. But I remember one year specifically, our oven went out. And my mom's not a big side cooker anyway. So like, I remember growing up, not even knowing what dressing was because she was just stovetop stuff in it. But I will say this though, we had this big microwave and my mom was like, well, I got this turkey and I got to cook it. And she made it in the microwave and I could not tell the difference. Like, I don't know what this microwave was.
That's
But
awesome.
she put this big old thing, and it was like it had the crispness on like the chicken breast skin and everything.
Was it called a broiler?
Bro, I wish, but because then I could have had something like at least some baked potatoes or something in the oven. But no, like it was pretty crazy, and I never like my mom still tells that story to this day. Like, remember that time we had to make that turkey in the microwave? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that because I never thought that was gonna come out good. I was secretly about to call my granddaddy, like, can you come take us
skills. Like that takes some mad skills. If you can master making a turkey in the microwave, then you can do anything.
And it doesn't come out like dry.
No, it wasn't, and that's the thing. Like, I just knew like this thing wasn't even going to be done all the way. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm not eating no raw turkey, so I'm about to go right there.
Honey, you're good.
We all die salmonella poison.
Don't ever get that.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. So those were like my memories, and that was just like during the times where my mom couldn't get us to my aunt and uncle's house because normally that's where we would go. Which, ironically enough, that was around the corner from where I'm at now, where I live in Southfield. They grew up, and I used to go all the time around the corner from my house now. So I still drive by that house because of the memories. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us. What about the Lowrys?
Well, I got a question real quick for you, Eric. So
Sure.
You were talking about the parades, and I know Wolfenstein's, I don't know if you have one by you, but how are they going to be handling it? Do you know this year with all the COVID stuff? Are they not having it?
Yeah. So they're still having it, just no fans in the stands. And because it like the funds that they take in feed so many people, they cannot televise it. You know what I mean? So all the sponsors and everything that paid into this thing, like they got to see where their money went. So so that'll work out good.
Have bands,
yeah, they're gonna have bands and everything. Yeah. Like it's gonna be the full parade. It's just
gonna be all cardboard cutouts, like
like the sports stands.
Sports stands. You can pay like $1,400 to get your.
I got speakers lined up with like everybody cheering.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have that. Like they have some type of fake ambient noise.
Because I remember, even though it was a long time ago, marching in it, and when you started playing the song that people liked and watching them dance to the music, it kind of hyped you up a bit.
It gets you in it.
It really, especially playing, the same 3 songs for that 5 miles. You had. We had our fans. No, I'm kidding. But like, we had the crowd that was like really into it. That was really, excited about it. Kids and the adults, and just everybody being able to be a kid in a sense. So that's going to be kind of weird for people to just to have to do that without it. I mean, it's necessary, but
I can see that. It's definitely going to be different this year. But we'll watch it. I'll be up at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning cooking. So but I'm sure we'll get into recipes and stuff a little later. So what about the Lowrys?
Go ahead, sweetie.
All right. I think for me, kind of like Crystal and them, just it's the waking up and smelling. Like my mom would start cooking the turkey like early in the morning because we usually, not this year, but in the past, all the family has come to our house, so we would have anywhere from like 20-something people.
Jesus Christ.
Over.
We had up to 35 at one point.
Yeah. No, I don't know if we got that high.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. But we usually have like both sides of the families come over, and it was always so crazy. So we would have like 2 turkeys, and just it was insane. But it was always like the smell, waking up on Thanksgiving morning and having that smell, and then when I was younger, with all my cousins, after we ate, as it got dark, we would always go out and play kick the can and play like hide and seek in the dark. So it was all those, kind of memories. And then as we got older, it was especially like with Jason, it was the Thanksgiving with my family, then to his family for Thanksgiving. So it was like, okay, eat this little bit of food so I can eat here.
Yeah.
It was that splitting of time.
Mhm.
Yep.
I think that's why we started hosting Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So we didn't have to keep traveling
as adults.
between two houses.
It was just too much, and we wanted to have a tradition in our home. Because like we're not talking about Christmas right now, but when I met him, I was like, listen, here are the rules for Christmas. You like me or not? Because I'm not changing it.
I mean, that's kind of how it. And that's kind of how it started with us. Because my mom was like, we have the biggest house. We can fit all the people. We might as well just be the one to host it.
Right. Now, did your mom have 2 ovens to make all that stuff?
No, she's got. Well, what she does is, in the past, she would cook the first turkey days in advance.
Okay.
And then we go and pre-slice it.
It would be pre-sliced, and then the second turkey would be like the presentation turkey.
Okay.
And then she would do a lot of the cooking in advance.
Okay.
And then like the day of Thanksgiving would be like the ham, the second turkey, the mashed potato, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a little weird this year because there's only going to be like 6 of us.
6 of us, yeah.
Yeah.
From 20-something to 6.
Yeah, better be glad she don't have Carrie out at the door like, all right, grab your stuff and go.
Well, we're actually going to be we actually have a neighbor up the street. He was going to come down, but he's very like, no.
Yeah.
We're actually going to make him a plate and take it up to him. And
that's nice.
This year we won't. My godmother's not coming this year, so we won't have her fudge. So it's definitely going to be.
Oh no, she can make the fudge deal. I mean,
Yeah, she can drop it off.
Hey, it's kind of like Uber Eats. Like we can just pay her money. She can just drop off.
Exactly.
So it's definitely things are definitely going to feel a lot different this year from past, and of course. We're not going to be doing Thanksgiving with Jason's family this year because they're going down to North Carolina where his brother and sister live, and we just don't feel comfortable doing that drive down there. And plus, I don't think I could handle a 6-hour drive with Jason right now because that crutch may.
Yeah.
Oh, that rattling sound.
Well, with him complaining that crutch may.
Yeah, not the pain. That's got to be painful for you though. Now, Jay, though, like to try to take a drive. I mean, just sitting down as a tall person anyway. I mean, but still, like sitting down for 6 hours as a tall person. I mean, tall people problems. You get the knees
in a car with Jason parts for 6 hours.
That's why you had the window. If I drive, I got the locks on. She drives, they're off.
You got the power, my friend.
Yeah.
See, that's why with me driving, I got control.
She's like, I got control.
I would probably stuff him full of like Vicodin or something.
Why am I so woozy?
No, actually, that did happen to me. They put me on a high dose of Vicodin. It was the highest one you could get, and I took it the one day, and Bethany's dad drove me to a doctor's visit, and on the way back it started kicking in. I was like, I'm feeling sick to my stomach. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Oh man.
And I was just make you sick.
Yeah, so I was just like, screw that, I'm not taking those again. So
then you had the one time where your Vicodin accidentally fell into your water, and he was like,
dude. I had a metal, like a Yeti, right? Like a Yeti cup, and I had the straw. I dropped it. It went down the straw. How the hell can that happen? I should have bought a lotto ticket. Like, right then and there.
So he was like, well, I'll just drink the water.
But as for me, it's definitely going to be interesting this year because not seeing my family. My brother and sisters all moved out of state. My brother, my sister, and them all moved to North Carolina. My other sisters, they're further in Southern Virginia, but they're like almost like driving to JD and Chan's. It's like a 3 or 4 hour drive just to get to them. And then it's definitely interesting this year because, like, like my childhood memory, take for instance, Thanksgiving mornings, like my mom, my aunts, and everybody would all, be in there cooking. We would go out to my aunt's house. Everybody would convene there. So we would all sit there and cook like everybody's in the kitchen and the kids are out in the living room and everything. And we were sitting there smelling and always complaining, when's it going to be done? Because, you're a kid. You're just like, I just want to eat. And so
How's that any different from now?
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I'll do it to you. So the main childhood memory that I remember Thanksgiving of going to my aunt's is that every year we would sit down with the toy catalogs and we would make Christmas lists with those toy catalogs.
Nice.
Thanksgiving Day. And then we would do we would draw names for all the different kids in the family to exchange gifts and stuff like that. And after we would do that, we'd play a couple of games. Like my aunt and them had like leftover, remember those long paper tubes that you would get from wrapping paper?
Oh yeah.
Well, we would all act like ninjas in the living room and like beat the living hell out of one another with the paper tools.
Now they just use Nerf guns.
Yeah, we use Nerf guns now. But yeah, that's my childhood memory. Just hanging out with family and doing the Christmas list, sitting down. You got your little Snoopy scissors or whatever the hell they are, and you're cutting them out, and then you're like using the glue sticks to put it on the paper, and then you would write a letter on the other side to Santa is what we would do. And so that was my childhood memory growing up, Thanksgiving. Nice. It's definitely interesting now, the last couple of years with two families, because we'd wake up with Bethany's family, we'd host, and we'd have everybody over, and we'd leave at like 1:30, rush to my mom's and eat like a second dinner almost.
Well, we'd leave about 3 o'clock. So we'd usually eat about 1:30. We'd leave about 3:30, 4.
I don't know.
And the rest of the time
get to wherever, get to your mom's.
But dude, I would drive back. She would drive, and I'd just be asleep in the car from that food coma.
Hey, as long as she's asleep, I'm good.
Oh man, that just sounds like we got some more Bang Bus stories between you two. Huh?
This is why they're in separate rooms.
That's Nerds After Dark.
That's why we're in separate filming locations.
Those Sears and JCPenney gift, like those wish books.
Yes.
Those were the best.
Yeah, they were.
And then you get like the thick Toys R Us books.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I miss those so much.
Amazon and other companies are starting to send them out now. We got some from them. Yeah.
We got our
Target
Amazon
sent one, I think.
I think Target and Walmart. I think Walmart now has one back.
Yeah, I think.
But
Walmart,
Toys R Us would be like this thick. I mean, it was like
a quarter the size of the phone book. It was
those things were dangerous. Like they were that thick. They were about an inch thick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like they were like categorized like Legos and bikes and dolls, Barbies, whatever.
And you go through that whole thing, like even the grown-up clothes. You like go through that like a little faster,
and then you slow down. Like,
yeah, you'd be all in it.
Okay, let's see the starter jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a starter jacket?
I got one.
Did you guys have one?
I had
Did
one.
you?
Oh my god, yes.
I had a Chicago Bulls.
We were broke.
I had a Mighty Ducks.
Yo, the Mighty Ducks one was dope though. Like that one was fire.
Mm-hmm.
I was so in love. I loved hockey, so yeah, Mighty Ducks. I got a starter jacket and I got a sweet hat that was like the duck with the bill and stuff. Yeah, it was awesome.
Hey, the only duck hat I had was from Disney.
Did you quack when you put it on?
I did not quack, but I thought that I was so badass in that getup. Like I would not even take the starter jacket off in school.
She would put the hood on, like ducks in the hood.
in school, but I would wear it the whole day.
Yeah, those starter jackets was
Picture
dope,
of that.
and those are coming, making a comeback, especially the pullover ones with the little pocket
Yeah.
on the front. Those
Oh, I remember
That's
those.
the one that I had.
Yeah, those were fire.
I had that big puffy shit that I just walked around. You had the big hood.
Mhm.
It was
everything.
great. That was my favorite
You
thing.
had the gangster jacket,
Oh, I loved it.
Those things were awesome.
the big old
Yeah.
puffy one.
Yeah, those were fire back in the day. Fire.
So, as we're talking it throughout, I'm gonna pop a couple of trivia questions, and whoever wins tonight gets a gift card from Amazon.
Oh, shoot! Should have never told
you
Devon
are.
that. Devon is
You're
competitive. She is ultra competitive.
I wanted to surprise it, so
Not in front of company, so I'm going to chill.
No, you're good. You can just pinch him, punch him, whatever you want.
Oh no, you can't see that.
I can
side of
edit it out. So
Never
what I'm
trust
going to do is
Jason with the record button.
Ooh.
Brown.
it. Yeah, there's a record button. People
Shout out
watch
to
this.
Nick.
Our organization's in the back. I can't. I was gonna stay just
Well,
like this.
Eric's head's blocking most of it. I could probably Photoshop
That's
it
a-
out. Yeah.
My big old head.
All right. So the first trivia question I have is, let me put up on my other screen so I look like an asshole looking at the other one. Which president was the first to give a turkey a presidential pardon?
Gerald Ford.
Kennedy.
No, this is old. This old.
I'm
Uh,
gonna say
It's before most of our modern presidents. Theodore Roosevelt.
one of you got it right.
okay. Who got it right?
I wait till everybody gives an answer.
Oh, I
Well,
have
if
no
somebody
clue,
got it
so
right, I'm
just
going to
gonna-
be wrong. So I'm just going to
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with him.
It's-
Whatever he said.
It's kind of a trick question. I could put it that way.
Then
And
just
I'll
tell us who answered it.
Technically, nobody did, but it's kind of it's a two-part question. That's what the trick question is.
What?
Siri.
So look.
Dude.
Are you tricking me? Come on.
So, all right. So, the actual. All right. So I'll give the answer. Okay.
Mhm.
What's yours? Just guess.
Come on, teacher.
What?
I'm going
Bethany.
to say Kennedy.
All right. So the answer is actually Ronald Reagan.
Reagan. Oh, so it's before.
So
Yeah, this is a modern
I knew
person.
this
So
because I watched his wife's documentary.
yeah. All right. So it says the fun fact is Kennedy was the first president to record the unofficial sparing of a turkey in '63,
Ah.
but not until the Reagan administration in '87 that the turkey was given an official pardon as a joke.
Nice. Nice.
So-
All right. So y'all won, Wolf.
There we go.
So technically, yeah. So and then the other part of that is that it says in '89, Bush made it an annual tradition that every president after that has to carry that same tradition.
Okay, that's
Three-part
pretty
answer
cool.
here. Okay.
Kind of a fun fact is so.
Maybe.
So, quick question I got. So, what was your least fond memory or time on Thanksgiving time, like Thanksgiving Day or something like that you guys have?
I have an overshare.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead. Shoot.
Okay, I got my
Here.
very first Shark Week on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
I told you overshare.
Dang.
No,
That sucks.
yeah.
Hopefully you weren't wearing white
Worst
pants.
Ever.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Oh, that's
Dave, chocolate and sweets though, it would have been like cool.
Hopefully you're wearing this
Happy
dressing
being
pants.
I mean, at least I got to eat good food that
Jay, what are you doing?
Jason is wow. Wow. For all of our listeners, Jason put baby shark at the bottom of the screen. Wow.
Shark.
yeah, it,
Anyway,
comfort
Wow.
food, so yay. And I got to like wear sweatpants, but still like
Oh no, Belt, you were great. You were gravy. Shoot, you eat as much as you want. Don't have to worry about unbuttoning your pants at the table.
It's like,
It's awesome.
Yeah, I get
Very
it.
awesome.
I mean, I don't get it, but I get it.
I hope you don't.
Oh no, you'll get it.
No experience.
and it's like
We
you're all
had two daughters.
crampy, but at the same time, it's like, oh, but whiped cream is so good.
Well, it's like
But
I am
extra
really
slice
embarrassed.
of
I don't know how to
that
answer that now.
You don't have to. It's cool.
No. What about you, Wolf? How about you?
I mean, other than being called Channing Tatum by my aunt,
He got his first. He got his first period on Thanksgiving too.
Is that when you realize you're kindred souls or something?
Yeah, I stole my thunder on that one.
Oh man.
Oh, what about you, Siobhan and Eric?
I don't have any bad Thanksgiving memories.
I don't either.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was I mean, that was the time that you look forward to, right? Like, I mean, the whole family gets together, you get to run around with your cousins, you get to eat,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then most times, because we went to my aunt and uncles all the way out here in Southfield, which is from where we lived about a good 15 to 20 miles away from my house, we stayed the night. So it was, fun hangout time. And, all the kids would sleep upstairs and the adults would sleep downstairs. And we turned that into a second apartment because it had a bathroom up there. It was a little mini fridge. So, we hung out and just had fun, man.
Now, you were talking about family members, stuff like that. Did you always have that one family member or something? You don't have to name names or nothing, because I know how dangerous that can be. Any of family members or stuff like that included in that question? You know what I mean? Like any
as far as like
memories or yeah,
no,
or like,
no, not
I
really.
think
I
that's
mean,
when like everybody's on their best behavior.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think because of like the holiday, people even annoyed you, like sort of like was just like, okay, And then for us, Thanksgiving would roll right into Christmas. So like right after we ate, we put the Christmas tree up. Like
yeah.
like for like even now, like for me, like October 31st is over. November 1st, I'm like holidays. Like I don't. Yeah. So even if you irritate me, I don't think about it until
it's taken every ounce.
Oh, bless your heart.
December 31st. December 31st at 11:59.
It has taken every ounce of me not to start decorating for Christmas.
I mean,
I'm waiting until that Friday.
We're done.
We have the tree up.
I want to. I really want to, and I'm like,
we have to get my friend to come over to help me put up the lights because I can't get on the ladder right now.
Yeah, and he'll have to help us.
I mean, I could get up on the ladder and I could sure as hell come down off of it. So I mean,
yeah, we know you can come down a ladder. Fresh in the background. Exhibit A.
Oh my.
PTSD over here.
That's what's up. Yeah, we don't like. So as far as lights, we don't put up lights on the outside. I refuse to. I'll just tell you, it's all me. I'm not doing it.
It was a beautiful day last week.
With that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. So
we have a solar light thing.
There you go. You get a light show on the outside. There you go. But on the inside of the house,
not even one of those big blow ups like Santa's.
Well, we don't have like plugs outside. We don't have.
Researched how you can do it without it.
I'm not doing it. No, it's the dumbest thing in the world.
Dude, I just want to be the asshole. You know, like you drive the car dealership, see that wavy fucking thing. In the yard looks like a Santa Claus.
They got one. They have one, dude.
One, right?
Yeah, they definitely have one. They got one. You can buy one from Amazon.
No.
Dude, one year I almost
get one for you for Christmas.
There you go. That's a gag gift.
Just to make Bethany so happy.
I almost bought 2 reindeer mounting one another one year to put in the front.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That is okay.
The wavy Santa Claus.
Then again, if you got it just to piss off the HOA, then I would be okay with that.
What about you, sweetie? Any?
I think besides just those few, like the awkward questions from relatives, right in like the beginning of where everyone's starting to gather, and it's like when I was still in school, it's like, so how's school going? How are grades? All of that, and you're like, I don't want to answer any of those
When are you
questions.
guys
So
getting married?
yeah,
Oh,
when are you gonna have kids?
at this point now it's
yeah,
kids,
nope.
right? Yeah,
And it's like,
exactly.
nope.
I mean, I might have kids. I don't know.
But it's just, so it was just like those random, like awkward questions, and then of course, at the time when my grandmother was still alive and she was starting to, lose her memory to dementia, was when are you going to graduate high school? And I'm like, Grandma, I graduated high school years ago, and then it was like the worst was, you would look so much prettier if you lost some weight, and I was like, no, Grandma, I'm done.
Oh,
Dang, G-Mom.
no.
Damn.
That was, and then of course the one year, like there was at one point like where I got sick on like every holiday, getting a sinus infection on like the day before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be rough.
Luckily,
Yeah.
the medicine kicked in, so I was fairly decent for the next day. But yeah, I think that was really about it.
Dang, Bethany, you had some memories. Yikes! Sorry, boo.
Hey, it's a Southern family. Of course, everyone's they always have to put their 2 cents into everything.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. Very true.
That's when you be like,
Because I
me,
got
just
most of my family's from down south.
Okay.
Like when my aunts and them all get in the same room together, because we used to actually go to
South
a
of
couple
Michigan,
different houses. No, they're like from Tennessee.
Disagree.
They're
are
from
they?
like Tennessee, yeah. And so like when I was younger, like the youngest I remember, we used to go to multiple houses for Thanksgiving. And so like my Tennessee family, they say whatever comes to their mind. You met them, like my auntie Charlotte, my auntie Jean and them, they got mouths. And so I get it, Bethany.
Uh-huh.
He's like at the end, I love you guys or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm out. I don't see them now to this day because they got
No,
mouths.
I mean I love my aunts, but yeah, and I have one aunt. She's a therapist, and she gets this like when she goes into therapist mode, she gets this like singy songy voice, and I'm like, nope, you can stop right there. If I want a therapist, if I want to go to therapy, I know plenty. I can just call my insurance and they can hook me up, and I'll go to someone.
There you go.
But I don't need you to therapy me on Thanksgiving.
Hey, when that happens and people do that, and I'm like, Happy Thanksgiving, Jesus loves you. But I don't. No, I'm just kidding.
What about you, sweetie?
All right, so I got another trivia question here.
So you're not
Yeah,
you're
you gonna
trying to
gloss
get
over
away
that?
from the question?
You gonna gloss over that?
That's a good segue.
He's like, yeah, so next question, nah, bruh.
Spill the beans.
One of the worst things that I started, but it's actually kind of blessing in disguise, is I started a tradition a couple years ago with Bethany. I started to do Black Friday shopping online and stay up all night and just do it that way. I've been doing it the last couple of years. Dude, I don't have to. And it's kind of crazy. You get a lot of people don't know this, and I love going to conventions and stuff, but I hate crowds. We went to a convention one year where this guy walked up behind me dressed up as Darth Vader, and he tapped his lightsaber on my shoulder, and there was like a bunch of stormtroopers around him, and they were walking around like everybody was parting the ways as they were walking through, and the guy tapped me on the shoulder to get out of the way. And I first immediately looked. This was like right around Thanksgiving a couple of years ago, and I immediately turned around, looked at him. I said, I don't care if the force is with you or not, but I'm gonna force this lightsaber right up your ass.
Was that Baltimore or like Austin
No.
Con?
That was Awesome Con a couple of years ago.
Con, yeah.
It was right around this time, so that was actually one of the worst times for me. But that's about it. Other than that, I love doing the holidays and stuff. That's why I started doing that Secret Santa thing, because I love doing that. I love doing charity stuff and everything else. So
yeah, and every year.
Speaking of charities, Eric, why don't you kind of give a little short plug on what you guys are doing right now with yours?
Yeah, man. Yep. So Kennedy's Village is doing their annual Heroes for the Holiday Toy Drive. This is our 3rd year doing it. I actually just went shopping today to pick up some things. So I'll give you some pictures, Lowry, so you can put them on the show.
Nice.
But yeah, we picked up some things today. We have a goal set of $2,500. We just hit $2,000 today. So
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're 500 away.
Nice.
So if anybody wants to donate, just go to our Facebook page, Eric and Siobhan Burgess, or you can also go to the Kennedy's Village Facebook page at Kennedy's Village on Facebook, and you can click the link for the fundraisers, and you'll see it there. You can donate there, or if you want to just donate via PayPal, it's at Kennedy's Village at Outlook.com, or go to our website, kennedysvillage.org, where you can just click donate from there.
Nice.
Yeah, I hear them in the background. Sounds like they're having a good time.
Yeah, they're about to go get the smack laid down on them in a second.
It's all good.
Yes! This WWE network is awesome. All right, so I'm going to run through a couple of quick trivia questions here. So, when was the first Thanksgiving NFL football game?
Oh, snap.
Dang, I know ours has been a tradition for a while, for over 50 years. Shoot. 1960? That's my
Anybody
answer.
else?
I'm going to say 19. No.
1963.
1928.
Oh, that's very specific.
Way back when. Okay.
All right. Bethany's the closest, but I swear she didn't look at these answers. I did them when she was upstairs. It was November 5th, 1920.
Dang.
Okay.
I know it's been a minute. Ours was over 50 years alone that we've been playing.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see here. To kind of piggyback off that question, which NFL team always played on Thanksgiving except in World War II?
The Detroit Lions.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh Steelers.
No.
I was going to say close, but I mean, the answer's already been said. Yeah. I just said that because I saw it across your chest right there, Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Let's go.
So are you guys
about the home team, man? Come on.
Hey, we've been losing too. So like, hey,
yeah,
I'd rather win and something else than to keep winning on freaking Thursday of Thanksgiving and losing.
Well, speaking of sports, Eric, you know what teams are playing this year on Thanksgiving?
So it's us, the Cowboys, and because the Cowboys play every year. Yeah, Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
It's Baltimore, Pittsburgh. It's actually, Texans and Lions, Washington Cowboys, and
Washington Cowboys play every year.
Oh, it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good one. All three of our favorite teams are playing this year.
Yeah, yeah. My team's gonna lose though. They're gonna lose to the Texans. They suck this year. They just lost. They got blanked today, 20-0 to Carolina.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Steelers, but I told Eric today that this is the first year that I've bought a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt in I don't know how long. So you're welcome,
Dude, I'm a
Steelers fan.
Hey, I'm a Steelers fan. I have been for years. So.
Yeah. Congrats. Congrats.
He's like, that's why I'm on this show, because he's a Steelers
At least somebody on the show
fan.
can be happy about their team.
Yeah, I can tell you my college team is sucking this year.
Who's your team again?
Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Oh, we are just. Oof.
But you guys turned out some awesome football players, though.
Oh
you
yeah,
always
but
turn
we're
out some
not
good players.
playing. We're not doing good this year.
My team isn't either. Go
I
Blue.
have a feeling we're not going to get a bid bowl this year. I know Carolina's doing good this year.
Carolina's balling.
Yeah.
Balling. Yeah.
And it's an all new team this year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Y'all got started early. At least y'all started on time.
Yeah. So I'll from this point I'll do like some of the trivia questions, maybe throw a couple of things in there. Do you guys have any things that you want to ask for Thanksgiving stuff?
You got any questions?
For Thanksgiving stuff?
Yeah.
How long does it take to microwave a 24-pound turkey?
So thankfully it was only about it was a smaller bird. But I could have swore it was in a microwave for at least 5 hours.
I'm sure it would take very long.
Yeah.
Like
That's
every
how we're
hour, they're
building
like,
it.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so like he had to and it was old. I had to been about 8 when it happened. So it was like an old big microwave. I swear every time you turned it on, the lights flickered. Like,
Yes, the power bill came and it
You
was
could
like
see- you could see,
$8,000.
like, the
Yeah.
radiation
Yeah.
seeping out of it.
like you walk past it, your hair just stands up.
We had
Wake up the following morning, you got a third eye or something.
Right.
we had one of those microwaves where it was. You
I can see
flip.
the future. I got a question. What is your favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving?
You read my mind on that one.
Yo,
Like,
I really don't have a favorite, bro. Like I love it all.
I'd have to go with either my uncle's stuffing or my mom's apple pie for sure.
Okay.
ooh, all right.
What about you, babe? Like, I really don't. I have things that have to be there, but I don't have like a
The
favorite.
whole thing has to be there.
Yeah.
Now, Eric,
We literally talked about like, oh, we don't need to have a traditional Thanksgiving. We could give up, and we both could give up each other's thing. Like I was like, I don't need this. And he was like, no, we have to have that. He was like, well, I don't need macaroni and cheese. He was like, no, we have to have that. So when we finished, we just had.
Yeah, we had the whole spread.
We had the whole
Bethany,
thing.
you were about to ask me something?
when you do your turkey, do you do it in the oven or do you do it on the grill? Do you smoke your turkey?
So I switched up from years. The first year we didn't have a smoker, so we actually put it in the oven. We've been hosting Thanksgiving for like 4 years now, right?
Yeah.
So I roasted it, but I put a little smoked twist on it. It was a recipe I had found online from the Neelys. I don't know if you guys know them from Food Network, but the Neelys.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I put a little smoked twist on it. It was just some smoked paprika, but I've smoked it twice. I actually prefer smoked.
Mhm.
But like
Oh,
we switched it up. So this year we're back to roasting it because last year we smoked it. So
I love a good smoked. I had a friend that smoked turkey one time, and she like carved a bit off. She was like, hand it to me, and I was like, this is the best thing ever.
it's so good. It is so good.
What about you, Crystal? I know you were getting ready to say something.
This is actually going to be my first year cooking a turkey and doing Thanksgiving
That's why she asked for
dinner
microwave.
Next week, Wolf has salmonella.
Yeah, so
He's not on next week, you know why.
Probably.
No, I think you guys would be fine.
Usually I just make pie
Okay.
and take it somewhere, but this year, I have a little 2-pound turkey, like a little baby turkey.
That's a chicken.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you
It's
get
just
like
for us.
just the breast portion? Is it just the
It's-
breast portion?
I do Ibotta. I don't know if you guys use Ibotta, but this year through Walmart, they did a free Thanksgiving dinner. Like
Oh, that's awesome.
right? And you just like bought the things that they tell you to buy and then they refunded you for everything. So they did a Butterball 2-pound turkey roast and you got refunded for it. So it's like a $10 turkey and then they gave you your $10 back. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
well,
that's cool.
Nice.
we'll do that. And so got my $10 back for it. And now I have this like boneless, like probably pink slime, $10 turkey to do whatever with. So
Hey, traditions, you got to start somewhere. Right?
hey.
Yeah, that's very
So,
true.
so it's in the fridge now. I just moved it from the freezer to the fridge to
There you go.
start thawing. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I'll wing something. And yeah, we'll see how it works out. Either we'll die or we won't.
I do have a
As long as-
recommendation though. Make sure you brine that thing for a couple of days because if you just have the breast portion, that's the easiest thing to try out.
Yep.
Just as long as when you open it, it doesn't go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that whenever I open it, because it's like totally egg shaped, I'm hoping one of those like face grabbers doesn't like pop out.
Dude, is it in like one of those cans, like the honey turkey hand that people used to go crazy
Oh
over
God,
for
no.
years? All right.
I the
No, it's
Christmas
not
with
one
the
of those.
cranks turkey in a can.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
granted, it has to be better than whenever I was dating a vegetarian, like strict vegan, and like
boy.
ate the
Oh.
tofurkeys.
Oh,
It has
No.
to be better
Wolf's
than
like,
that.
oh god, that hurt me in the cholesterol.
yeah. Right.
Yeah. Or like the time I dated a guy and his mom's version of Thanksgiving was like the microwave mashed potatoes where you take like the plastic off.
Oh God,
Oh.
Bob Evans.
Oh,
The
it could
Bob
be
the
worse.
Evans
I had an
green
ex.
beans.
potatoes.
The
I had an
green
ex
beans are
mom
like
that she
that.
used the instant flake shit.
No.
Yeah, we're
The what?
doing we're
Instant-
doing
You know,
some
like instant
flake
potato.
beans.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
instant
like powdered
potatoes.
flake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's powder. Yeah, you put water in. It's like rehydrated mashed potatoes.
so
Like,
Gross.
Yeah.
It's so
We're
gross.
doing real potatoes.
There you
And
Well-
I don't know if we're doing sweet potatoes or not because it's just us two. So I mean, we're doing potatoes and
So that actually leads me to a question, and I got a question to
Yeah.
you guys. And we polled,
Yeah.
I polled everybody that I work with, and it was hilarious because my boss did not believe me when I said this. But there is a huge difference between what's on the table at the traditional Black Thanksgiving dinner versus like our white friends Thanksgiving dinner. So what do you
you
guys?
guys have mac and cheese, which is totally no fair
That's a
because
fact.
I want
We
mac
have mac and cheese in his parents.
So here's the thing about us. Her family cooks stuff different than what my family cooks.
So I get both. I get the best of both worlds.
So let's talk
Yeah.
about that a
Except for
little
the
bit.
two.
So, like, what do you guys constitute as like a traditional Thanksgiving dinner? And I think Lowry, because we've kind of talked about this before, like what you guys normally make. So he kind of got the cheat code. So what do you guys constitute as a traditional Thanksgiving dinner? Like, what's on the table?
Or like the turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, green beans. My mom, the one thing I'm looking forward to is my mom makes spiced peaches every year.
Okay.
Ooh,
that
okay.
sounds good.
And normally she buys the sliced peaches, but this year we have whole peaches with the pit in it. Yeah,
Mm.
so I'm really excited about that. They've been made, so just holding up.
Yeah, she
just
was
holding
making them
up.
the other day, and I was just like, dude, I want those so bad.
And then there used to be a grocery store further south in Virginia called U-Crops, and they had these amazing rolls. I mean, they
They're
were
called
just
White
rolls.
House rolls.
They're called
Like
White House
yeast
rolls.
rolls?
No. They're
Yeah, they're good
Yeah.
rolls.
and they just soak up everything. Like you dip them in everything, and they just soak up.
That's good.
And U-Crops closed, and so we were like, okay, where are we gonna find these rolls? And my mom was like, oh, they're at Food Lion. We're like, okay, so she would
Nice.
bring them, but this year we're like, oh, we have to find them ourselves.
Try Sam's
Well,
Club.
luckily-
They have a good yeast roll there too.
Well, luckily we found a food kitty not far from us.
Food
so
Lion, yeah.
Food
Nice.
Lion, I call Food Kitty, and so we went down. I went down to the Food Lion the other day and picked up 4 packets of the rolls.
There you go.
But I got introduced to a whole other side of Thanksgiving when I started dating Jason, because he
Now,
had
before you give him that one, because I think that one's similar to ours.
Yeah.
Let's hear Wolf.
Okay.
What about you guys? Wolf instincts.
For me, I'm used to cranberry sauce, like green beans, cream corn,
Well, you-
mashed
Cranberry
potatoes.
sauce. What kind of cranberry sauce? Is it jellied or like real cranberry sauce?
I like
Like
the whole
chutney.
berry. I
Okay.
like the whole berry,
Oh,
like
I'll
good
give-
stuff.
Speaking of that, I'll give you a recipe I make of cranberry chutney.
Oh, he was talking about that. It sounded really good too.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, send that to me. And like sweet potatoes and regular mashed potatoes. Like I like both. And creamed corn, salad. What else?
Salad.
Yeah, salad.
That's
Right.
Tyler's like, he's like, what's that? I don't know.
You got no room for salad?
Stuffing.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Lots of gravy on like
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, the whole plate.
Yeah, crescent rolls to soak up that lots of gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That.
So let me ask you a question.
How much meat?
When you say sweet potatoes,
Mhm.
how are these sweet potatoes made?
I was actually gonna ask.
Usually cooked in lots of butter and brown sugar.
Okay. We in the building.
We do our sweet potatoes that way, but we also do a casserole where it's like the sweet potatoes. We do apples,
See, they do it that way.
walnuts, and pecans.
Yeah,
My
that
mom-
would be on my table.
I don't put nuts in my sweet potatoes, man. I just
But that
put,
is
like,
a
lots of
traditional
butter.
thing, though. Like, I'm surprised she didn't say mushrooms, but not mushrooms, marshmallows. But that is a traditional, like, from what I've been hearing, that's traditional.
My mom, what she does a sweet. She does two different ways. She does like a sweet potato casserole where it's like whipped, and then it's a pecan, like brown sugar crusting over the top of it.
My mom just slices
Mm-hmm.
and then like puts it in a like casserole dish with lots of butter, and then like sprinkles the brown sugar
Brown
in
sugar?
there. On top.
Yeah.
That's that fire. That's that fire right there.
Yeah.
All right. So that's about the one thing that you guys named outside of like the turkey and the ham that would be like on the traditional Black Thanksgiving table. So go
I'm
ahead.
waiting because you know mine. I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say I'm waiting because you know mine. Her family and them don't like collard greens. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mhm.
that is one.
My mom and then make my own plate, make me like my own like
Bowl
separate
of-
batch.
yeah.
Let's see what. Oh man, what else does she do?
Mac and cheese.
They do the mac and cheese.
Oh, the cornbread.
Oh, I love
Stuffing.
cornbread.
Yep.
The cornbred stuffing. She
Come on
does.
now. Let's get a little closer over here to the hood.
She does a bunch of other stuff. She I mean, sweet potato pie isn't bad, but I prefer
Pumpkin.
Oh shit, what is it? No, actually, I prefer sweet potato pie over pumpkin.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
My mom, she does a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. She'll do like some sort of. Is it your mom that does a green bean casserole? My mom doesn't.
No, we just have regular green beans. Your mom,
maybe
your
mom
family does
she
the green bean casserole.
thing.
Now let me ask you, Bethany. Do you guys put potatoes and like meat in your green beans, or is it just straight green beans?
It's just the green beans.
Okay. All right.
No, she'll put bacon and stuff like that in it.
Okay.
I do like bacon and green beans.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Yeah, it is. I like that too.
Well, not much anymore since with you now.
Oh,
We just do straight green beans.
Yeah, the turkey bacon would be kind of weird and.
That's why
Depending on where you buy it from.
Yeah.
If you go to Sam's Club, they got like that thick cut turkey bacon that is amazing. That's what we eat here about. It's pretty good.
But it's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Like basically, our families are two polar opposites.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys a little further? So like your family's a little further south than Bethany's? You're more
depending on which house we go to. Like if we were going this year, we went to his like brother's house and sisters. They're down in North Carolina now, but his mom is further west from us. It's more west,
like West Virginia.
So our family,
not quite West Virginia, but it's a little.
She's about like an hour west of us, basically.
If that.
But yeah, my mom does a lot of southern style type cooking and stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. So like in a traditional, like at a traditional black table, what you would see is cornbread stuffing, like cornbread dressing. And we call it dressing.
That's
for sure.
my mom and
the dressing. Yep.
You're gonna get that. No matter what. That's like the
that stuff is so good. That stuff is crack.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. You're getting that. You're gonna get a turkey. You're gonna get a ham. Like there's gonna be a ham in most households. My wife doesn't eat pork, so I barely have like pork stuff in the house. You're gonna, and you might even get some ribs depending on who's cooking.
We'd also get at his house deviled eggs. His one sister would make deviled eggs.
Okay. Yeah. So every night depends on who's coming. Like every now and then you might get a deviled egg. But we do macaroni and cheese. There will not be a mashed potato in the house. Nowhere. Like no mashed potatoes on the table at all. Like I feel like that's sacrilegious. But then talking to my white brothers and sisters, I'm like, oh, so that is normal for y'all. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's normal at Bethany's parents, but not mine.
No, we always have mashed potatoes at your house.
Do we?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't eat them.
Remember, there was one time when your sister made them, and they were so salty that they were so overly salted that you couldn't taste anything.
That was like everything that she did that one time.
Well, I think when we were first dating, we went to one of your friends' houses, and you were like,
Oh yeah,
me.
to
And I was
Joe's
like,
house.
sure. So we went and we had Thanksgiving there, and I was just like, this is not right. Like,
Yo, but that beer can turkey
completely-
was the bomb, though.
yeah,
that
but I
beer
was
can
just like,
turkey
there,
was the bomb.
there's
is
so
really
many
good.
things that were missing, and they were like, have some mashed potatoes, and I was like,
Hey, I looked too because I was like, no, I'm not eating that.
I was like,
Hey,
I was literally texting my mom like, we'll be on our way really soon.
as long as the mashed potatoes are done right, where it's still like chunky with the skin on and lots of butter and cream.
Yo, I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love mashed potatoes. They just don't belong on Thanksgiving for us.
Third Thursday.
Yeah, like we can't rock with it. We got
What else you guys do?
sweet potatoes, like the Southern way, with sliced up, butter, cinnamon.
Well, there's two Southern ways.
Yeah, so there's a Southern style casserole one, but we don't do
That's
that.
the one that Mom does. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that. It's always like the whole potato sliced up and then sauteed a little bit and put in the oven. So we do that. Gotta have mac and cheese, like that's a staple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We do collard greens. You might have a green bean every now and then, but it's got like tons of meat and potatoes in it, and that's like that one aunt who can't make collard greens, so she brings that.
A smorgasbord of everything in a pot.
Or they ran out.
Or they ran out, exactly.
They
So
ran
we had
out
to
of
cook
greens.
these real quick.
Because you had to have some kind of vegetable.
Yeah, that's the only
on
vegetable that's on the table too.
There is no salad.
The collard greens that's it. That's your one vegetable. It's all about the stuffing. You're gonna have giblet gravy, or some type of turkey gravy, but mostly it has the giblets in it. And I think that's about it. Like, you gotta have a sweet potato pie. We don't do pumpkin, and like a peach cobbler or a banana pudding.
Something that's really weird my mom and them do every once in a while, and you'll laugh at this shit. Ask Bethany, it's true. My mom and them get me a bean pie every year.
Really? A bean pie? They set up on the corners up here.
Sorry, Bethany.
What's a bean pie?
It's literally how it sounds. It's basically
it's a pie made of beans, but it's got like nutmeg and spices and stuff in it. It actually isn't bad.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. But see here, like, it's a running joke because that's what our Muslim community makes, and they sell them on corners. Bean pies. Yeah.
Salad.
Well, not. Let me just say Nation of Islam Muslim, because like.
Yeah.
All right, so I got another quick question on here. Black Friday's the biggest day for a year for what profession?
Oh, I can't answer this one because I do know
You
this
can't
one.
answer this, sweetie.
I
so-
know this one was the one I did get a glance at.
Retail all day retail. It's
No.
not retail. What? Football?
Think about what happened.
Think obscure. No, don't give clues. Just think
security?
obscure. No.
Black
What
Friday.
So, all right.
Oh, finance.
What happens when you eat too much?
Oh, the doctor's office? Toilet
Oh,
paper.
for the emergency room.
Plumbers.
Wow. Yo.
So it
what?
says, no, here's a fun fact about it. I'm not kidding. I actually pulled this up on a couple different sites to
the
verify.
toilet for having mega shits.
Yo.
So it says, here's the fun fact. It says, you've heard of Black Friday. Well, but have you heard of Brown Friday, as plumbers would call it?
No.
So the day after Thanksgiving not only stands for a time of massive retail bargains
Super shit.
for American consumerism, but it also creates an influx and attempt of large amounts of food and disposals, meal preparation, and people eating too much and clogging toilets.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh, no. That's a thing. Look at this.
That's crazy.
Brown Friday.
Can you imagine clogging somebody else's toilet? That would be like.
I've done that. I'm not gonna lie.
And like breaking it, like to the point that they need to call a plumber. That like
Oh my goodness.
the plunger just won't do.
That's why we got the super plunger in my house. You have to pump that shit.
Pressurized plunger.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Today?
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Wow.
So you guys have mentioned, obviously, because we call it dressing, you call it stuffing. When you call it stuffing, is this the stuff in the box or?
No.
Okay.
So it is made of just white bread that's left out to stay.
I think that's how he does it. Yeah.
Ours-
We do the box stuffing.
Her family does the box stuff.
You guys.
Like stovetop.
She
Yes.
does the
Yeah,
stovetop
yeah,
then
stuff.
there's
My family will do it to where they'll do two different types. They'll do like one that has like the white bread, some of it has wheat and stuff like that. There's one that I have that they put what was it in it? Like apples or something. They do two
That's
different
like bread
types.
pudding then. That's more like bread pudding than it is stuffing them, right?
Yeah.
No, it's actually stuffing, but they put it in the turkey. That the part that they put in the turkey is what I end up eating. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Or you can cheat and get the already stale salonis that they have cut up into stuffing size cubes.
Cubes, yeah. You
That's
get
the
them
other one that my sister gets too. Yeah.
No, we do the stovetop.
Yeah,
So-
I have stovetop, which is probably what I'm going to do because this is my first time. So
Hey, no
I'm
knock.
not going to go all out.
Hey, the only
I'm
reason
gonna-
we do
I'm
that
gonna
is because everything
go
else is done by scratch. So you
So
know
let me
what?
ask you this though, Crystal, have you ever had cornbread dressing?
I've never had cornbread dressing. No,
I'll tell you this:
But-
if you ever ate it, you never go back to
God.
stuffing.
Oh,
probably. There's
it
this
is.
place down the street that sells these huge cornbread muffins with like grated jalapenos on the top and stuff. Amazing.
Yeah,
And I kind
may
of
have to
want
get
to
you to
go
ship
hit
me
up
some,
that
yeah.
place before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving just so I can have
that's
that.
good eating right there. I
There
do
you
like
go.
that. That's more of a
No,
barbecue
yeah,
side.
no,
Like
this-
that's what they
this-
make in
Mhm.
like Texas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They
it's
make.
called Southern Yanks.
Nice.
And I really
Nice.
like that place.
What
Yeah,
about
they
you?
make-
Will? You ever had cornbread dressing?
No, I don't believe I have.
Oh my
Oh,
I
you
god!
kind of want
You
to.
So-
just stick that spoon in it, and you get
We
that.
should share
nice-
some recipes then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
yeah.
If you send me a recipe, I'll make it.
Well,
it's-
my
yeah.
mother-in-law makes ours.
Yeah, we don't.
'Cause
We,
we
okay.
we don't know how.
But I will tell you this: I don't have my grandmother's recipe anymore, but she gave me the recipe one year, and I made dressing at my mom's house, and it's the bomb.
Okay,
It-
I'm
it's-
gonna have
it's so
to
good.
Google recipe.
Yeah.
I think like Tasty has a recipe or something like one of those, or like recipes.com or something.
Just
they
Google the
have.
Neelys. Google the Neelys, and they have a really good cornbread
Yeah.
Okay.
dressing.
All right.
Okay.
My mom
Yeah, I
isn't-
want to try this. This sounds really good.
Yeah, it
My
sounds
mom
good.
isn't even coming this year to our house.
Oh
She's
no.
making that dressing.
And
She making
we
that
were
dressing,
like,
though.
they don't live that far away. And so she was like, yeah, so, for social distancing and blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's perfectly fine. So what time will you be dropping off the dressing?
Yo, and when she says they don't live far away, like it's literally around the corner.
Yeah.
It is the next
Nice.
big street, next light up the road. Like they're around.
They
the
could
corner.
live.
Yeah, you got to be
an hour
safe
away,
with your
so-
daughters and all that, so we totally
Yeah.
understand.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, we're
Gotta
like,
be careful.
oh, just drop it up. We have tables on the porch. It's fine. Just
Mhm.
ring the doorbell like DoorDash and,
But one tradition that we did start for Thanksgiving, outside of like putting the Christmas tree up every night at our house, every Thanksgiving night, but we always have a second protein. It's got to be something different, something totally different. So I remember the first year, I think I smoked a brisket to go with Thanksgiving dinner. Ironically enough,
to replace the ham, basically.
yeah, to replace the ham. Ironically enough, that was the first year Kennedy had to go to the hospital and was
Oh
hospitalized.
no.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to really spend Thanksgiving together. So we had to do it that weekend. But I took her some brisket and hung out with her and the kid
I
at
think
the hospital.
that day on Thanksgiving, because we were in the hospital with Kennedy on Thanksgiving. Because I remember like we were cooking. Oh, and also start cooking the day before. Before
Yo,
you start
Crystal,
cooking,
yes.
Crystal, like just don't cook everything on the day. We were cooking the day before, and like she had a fever, and so like we turned everything off, took her to the hospital, and so on Thanksgiving we had pizza.
Yeah, in the hospital we had pizza populous.
Yeah, we had pizza.
I remember
You,
that.
you got to do what you got to do, especially in that situation.
It was
Yeah.
some of the best pizza though. It was like really kind of like even though all this stuff is good, we were kind of like we don't really need this stuff. Like we're just like really happy that
To be with each other.
everybody's going to be healthy.
Mhm.
But then it was really cool because because we usually host, so that meant everybody who was coming to our house didn't have anywhere to go really.
Had to find yeah.
Yeah,
But then that
Pizza
weekend,
party at the hospital.
yeah. But then that weekend, people were like, because we got out like Friday night, and everybody gonna get together on Saturday, and people came over early and like helped us cook because they knew like we had
That's
to out of the
awesome.
hospital, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it was fun
Shout
Shout
time.
out to them for helping you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of similar. Well, not obviously with a child, but a few years ago, obviously it was before Jason. my uncle was in. It was like the Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving. He was in a really bad car accident.
Oh
To
no.
the point where we didn't know if he was gonna like live. And his daughter, my cousin, was in the car with him. Luckily, the car seat she was in protected her. But yeah, so it was like my mom and my sister went down to see what they had needed to do. So it was kind of like, well, don't know what Thanksgiving is going to look like. But yeah, it was like the whole family kind of came together. It was like, okay, what do we need to do to put, to make this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moments like that when you realize like who the real family members are. Right?
Yeah.
We'll all come together and do what they need to do. So yeah, man. Yeah.
And
so
we were like so stuck on like I remember that like feeling so bad that people like I had wasted all these macaroni. Like it was just sitting there on the stove and like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna have anywhere to go. And like just thinking about like all of like the like stuff that really didn't matter, kind of thing. And then like, oh, what are we gonna eat? Like we can't eat this, we can't have pizza. And it was like, yes, we can. Like we're all alive and we're gonna all eat this pizza poplets. It's gonna be the best pizza you ever
I remember
had.
having that brisket out and like the fire was getting ready to go. Like I had started the fire already. I had to put the fire out. And I was like, dang, I can't just leave this brisket out. So I had to make the brisket as soon as I got back from the hospital. So 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm firing up a brisket.
Getting messages from me about like, how they're doing. Yeah.
And all your neighbors are like,
yeah, that was my first brisket too. So I was like, man, it's a lot of firsts this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So
we did that.
So how many? So here's another trivia question. How many turkeys are prepared for Thanksgiving each year?
Right.
I'll give you a hint. It's in the millions.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say 12.
So there's 70 million people in the United States, right? No, it's over 70 million people. There's 700 million people in the United States. There's got to be. Shoot. Go ahead, Beth.
I was gonna say 200,000. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
Sweetie, you think millions?
Yeah,
millions.
Yeah,
I meant
definitely a million
200,000 million.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm gonna
say
go ahead.
500 million.
I'm gonna go less than that. I'm gonna go 150 million turkeys.
I'm gonna go with 175 million.
I feel like this is
This is not right. All right, Price is right. Dang.
Siobhan, what do you think?
Come on
Okay.
now.
And a former Price is Right, I'm gonna go 176 million.
And one.
And one. It's actually 46 million.
46.
Get the freak
That's
out of
it?
here.
Think about it, because all those families getting together.
Yeah.
Right, I
That's
was
true.
accounting
and
for
all those
all
vegetarians
All those vegans
too.
ruin
All
everything.
those fucking vegans.
But see, I accounted for like it was 700 million people. I figured a fraction of that would be,
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say 70 at first, and I was like, oh, is that a high enough number? But
You were close.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the next one. When was the first Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade?
1950. Just throwing something out there. I don't know.
You said it with such confidence. And I was like, oh.
When was Macy's?
1965.
When was
I
Macy's?
feel like Bethany's looking at a laptop. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna say 1935.
Okay. Remember, I'm being good.
Macy's has been around for a while, so
For a long time.
By
So
the
I'm
way, I'm counting who's getting the closest. I mean, just because some of
Okay.
these answers are so crazy. So
I know your face is making all kinds of weird things. So
It's either that or he's holding in a fart.
it's either that or I just
got it.
I mean, I could just go like that and you can look at my screen, but
Now, if you see him doing the lift, you know what's about to happen.
You gotta run.
Why is he levitating?
yeah.
Yo, I got a funny story about that too. Remind me to tell y'all about my
Yeah. You can do it right after this, yeah.
Okay, so when was the first
Answer.
Macy's Thanksgiving?
She's trying to come up with an answer here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Come on, John. Come on, chop chop.
1935.
I said that.
Oh, okay. 1934.
And one. Everybody got their answer?
Yeah.
It was November 27th, 1924.
Oh, you
Let's
were
do
close.
a win, Siobhan.
Price is right.
It was on 145th Street and Convent Avenue
Mhm.
is when it started.
Nice. I used to
Fun
love
fact.
watching
Congratulations.
watching those parades too, because like we watch our local parade because it was specific to us, but then afterwards we'd always catch the or flip back when the commercials
Yeah.
came on, because I wanted to see Spider-Man come down and the superhero.
yeah.
That was always fun to see. Yeah.
We're trying to get our girls into the parade. They are not in the TV. Like, you got about 2 seconds for them, and they're like,
we want to go play, which is a good thing.
yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
I'm like, Mommy used to do this. Like, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so anyways.
So my niece.
What instrument did you play, Siobhan?
Clarinet.
Oh, I was a
nice.
flautist.
Nice.
Flautist.
It's a fancy
Yeah.
one.
A flautist.
My
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
no, like speaking of that though, my niece one year, like I was babysitting them for whatever reason, and she was sitting on the hardwood floor, and she passed gas, and she so enough levitated a little bit. I was like, "Kid, you need to go check your drawers after that." Like, what
My
the heck
daughter
is
does
going
that
on?
too. And there are some times that I'm just like, how are you not shitting your pants right now?
dude, speaking of that, Matthew, you remember when Tyler was in for was it Thanksgiving or something?
No,
one year?
it was one of the.
It was right
for one of the
before.
conventions. It was for one of the conventions.
Yeah, so he was in town right before after the holiday because he was making like spiced pumpkin rolls or something like that. And so anyway, so we went to Walmart to grab the ingredients, and we were sitting on the bench waiting for something. And like those plastic benches with the holes inside of it
Mhm.
that are inside Walmart. So I proceeded to bust ass, and he's like, dude, he's like, I totally felt that, and it felt like your fart just phased through the bench.
I'm surprised they did that. I'm surprised the musical notes didn't come out of nowhere.
All right, so here's another question here. Which southern state was the first to adopt Thanksgiving Day in 1855?
Oh my God. The first? I feel like
It's
the
a
first is
southern
always Texas.
state. I'm going to say Georgia, just because it feels right.
I'm going to say
Is it
Virginia.
always on your mind?
It's always on my mind.
I'm going to say
Would you say
Virginia. Wasn't Virginia a part of the Confederacy? So like they were
Yeah.
originally.
Technically, we actually did have the first Thanksgiving. Not them, pilgrims.
that's what the question was.
Yeah, so I think it was Virginia.
It was, so I'll give it to Eric. So.
Yeah.
Man, the Burgesses are killing it.
I couldn't answer that because I knew that one.
I don't
That's
know
been
my
ingrained in
history.
me from when I was little.
I only got one right because I was playing Price is Right.
The Price is Wrong, bitch. And I love that movie. I was watching it the other day. All right, so here's another question. In 2011, what retailer broke tradition of Black Friday shopping by opening their store the evening of Thanksgiving?
Freaking Walmart. Gotta be Walmart.
I'm going to say Woolworths.
In 2011, was Woolworth still around?
I thought he said 19 something.
No,
2011.
2011.
You get a redo.
Sorry.
She's like, got the W right.
You get a redo, Crystal. Go ahead.
Walmart.
Yeah.
You, Bethany?
Walmart.
Yeah.
All right, you all won on that one.
Yay!
I knew it. It had to be Walmart. They always.
So
do.
it said the retailers engaged the race to clock to watch lines. These days, 33 million Americans run to shopping on their day of Thanksgiving Day feast. It's known as Gray Thursday.
Yeah, my uncle does that shit.
That's bullshit.
Well, not
agree.
this year. That is one thing I will say will be nice, despite everything going on with COVID and not being able to see families. Is you won't have the crazy people leaving out 2:00 to go stand in line to the store.
Yeah.
I think there
There's a
still
lot
will
of
be
people-
people doing
Yeah.
that.
I don't know about
I was
that.
about to
yet.
say,
As
like, I'm
somebody
going to
who
be at
is
GameStop in
a
the morning.
retail worker or a former retail worker, seeing as how I haven't worked since the pandemic started, but as a typical retail worker, it always pisses me off
Yep.
whenever you're open on a holiday and people
Yeah.
come in to shop and they say, "Oh, you're open." It's like,
No
you know,
crap, Sherlock.
you
I'm
wouldn't
open
be
because
open.
you're here.
We wouldn't be open if assholes like you weren't here to fucking shop.
Exactly.
You're like, I want to stab you with a wishbone or something.
Yeah, it really makes me mad because
It's not
it's one
fair.
of those things. Like I would volunteer if I didn't have my daughter that day to work, so other people who did have kids could go and spend time with their kid. But
It's
like
so bad.
nothing sucks worse than working on like Christmas Eve or on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and even if you do have to work on Christmas Eve, I think you should only be open till like noon. Because if you don't have your stuff by now, you ain't got it, and it's on you.
right.
Like, I shouldn't. You
Right,
shouldn't
like
put
you've
anybody
had
else.
all goddamn year.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
if you don't have
That's
it by
why-
now, then sorry.
That's why I do it online instead of
Mm-hmm.
because I hate crowds. Like, ask
Yeah.
Bethany, if I get into a crowded place, I'm like the
Oh, yeah.
Incredible Hulk being in the fucking elevator. Like, I just want to get out of there. Like,
Now, like I get if you work check to check. Like, there's some people who live check to check. So, like, if Christmas falls on or Christmas Eve falls on a Friday and you just got paid, like, you got to go get.
yeah, that's another thing.
You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's as fortunate as us, but still, like, if you're not out there by noon. Yeah, I mean, but again, like, some people work, they live check to check. Like,
So do I.
That's just no, not like this.
I live check to check as well, and my daughter's birthday is December 23rd, and then there's Christmas, so I get double fucked.
Yeah,
but I know that, so I start shopping for her in like July.
Yeah, I feel you. But I mean, at the same token, though, and not to make it a tit for tat, not to make it.
It's real quiet over there.
But like, if you think about it from this standpoint, though, like some people have to think about, like, am I going to feed my kids this week, or am I going to get them the meds this week? Like, you know,
were like that when we were younger. We didn't.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a difference. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's funny because, well, it's funny now, but my mom used to know when direct deposit hit. Like it wasn't like you know you got paid on Friday, but she would know she got paid on Friday at 4 a.m.
Yep.
And like have to be like, okay, let me map this out and figure out like, okay, I can get them. Like we didn't, you guys talk about like the books and stuff. We didn't even look in those books because she was like, look in a book if you want to. You ain't getting none of that stuff. Like, you know, like
I never got much of stuff in that book, but it was just fun.
Whatever you got. But
we didn't either. But it's just
it was. And I remember, like, it would be like the check before Christmas, and that would be like when like the stuff would start to come in, and whatever it was, like still trying to catch up with like the energy bills and this, that, and the other, and trying to catch up with things.
It was rough.
Yeah.
So
that was before them layaway days.
Yeah. And then when layaway,
Now when layaway Walmart's
happened,
not even doing layaway this year.
Yep.
What? They not?
Walmart's not even doing layaway this year.
That's a
Because
shocker.
I used to do layaway for Ava, that I would go and she would like go crazy and show me everything that she wanted, and then I would go and put it on layaway and pay it off and pay it off and pay it off.
Layaway is how she planned ahead. Like if you had layaway, like it was how she planned ahead. But I mean I hear it. I wouldn't want to work on Thanksgiving or those holidays either.
Yeah, it's right.
Well, and I think it's also it's changed because it used to be. I mean, I remember like the grocery store. Yeah, on like Thanksgiving, the grocery store would be open from like 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. And then it would be closed.
Yeah.
And then it started staying open longer and longer and longer and longer. And, you know, other stores would be closed and they were like, well, we're not going to be opening until midnight, you know, Thanksgiving at midnight or Friday midnight. And then it just kept creeping for earlier and earlier and earlier.
But I think
people just have no patience. Or like, well, I need to get it now.
Yeah.
And they fight over stupid shit. They fight over a TV that's, you know, $200, but it's a crap ass TV.
Yeah,
I
in
used
the
to
first
go
place.
just to watch people, just to stand back and just watch them happen.
I'm like, why are you fighting over a TV that's not even going to last 6 months?
Dude, people do what they got to do when they don't have anything, and they try to search for whatever they have. So,
well, no,
our
these are
family
just,
didn't have anything.
people who are deals. It's like you're actually wasting more money.
Yeah, but I think that we as a country have become more and more selfish and more entitled, and
I agree
so
there. Yeah.
So it's like it, and retailers are more greedy than they used to be. So at one point in time, when things were centered around your family and that kind of stuff, and now things are centered around making money and finances, and people just feeling like you should because I want it, kind of thing. So. And now to be closed during this time is like weird.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, man. Like the only people that I knew that were working on holidays, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, even New Year's, were like firefighters, paramedics, and police officers. Like those were only and doctors, correct? Like
emergency rooms or whatever.
Yeah, the hospitals are gonna be open because you're gonna get the idiot who does something stupid. That's just gonna happen.
Oh, I swallowed a turkey bone.
Tries to deep fry a frozen turkey.
Oh my God!
Turkey in
yes.
the house.
The turkey fires. Yes.
Someone tried doing that, deep frying a frozen turkey,
Oh,
and I just
God.
sat back and drank a beer, and I was like, "Watch this. This is gonna be good."
That's not good at all.
Yeah, you'll set
I
your
don't think
whole yard on fire. Or the people who do it in their garage and set the garage on fire.
We saw somebody launch a turkey out of the stupid thing. He had it set out.
You like drop a frozen turkey in hot oil and it's going.
That's exactly
like,
what he did. He launched it. It's like a firework with like hot grease.
It's a cool science experiment.
Until you see your insurance bill next year.
So here's an interesting fact, another question. How many calories do you think Americans consume on Thanksgiving Day?
As a total for the country?
No, I mean each person.
For each
per
person
at least
individually.
5,000 to 6,000, if not 10.
I'm gonna say 4,000.
7.
I smash 4,000 on a regular day.
12,000.
Yeah.
I smash 4,000 on a regular day. I got to keep my protein levels up. I'm trying to build muscle.
That look.
I do what I got to do.
That look, that's the look of
That
every
look.
wife that gives the
I love
husband
that
a look.
look.
Shut up. Yeah.
Y'all see them guns? Y'all see them guns in there? Y'all see them guns?
You're like,
Yeah.
I have to keep my protein up.
Keep my protein up.
Yeah, boy.
It's actually depending on the person, it's between 2,500 and 4,500 calories.
Oh, so I was
Crystal,
like in
good job.
range.
So you got it.
Yay.
So yeah, we're
2,500 is like, I feel like 2,500 is low because your daily calorie intake is technically supposed to be 2,000.
As Crystal mentioned earlier, you do have vegans and individuals that
they
live
don't
a
count.
healthy life.
They don't even celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't count.
I feel like on a normal day, I have a hard time reaching 2,000. Like
I
I'm
smashed 2,000.
fat, and I have a hard time reaching 2,000.
Yeah, I smashed 2,000. I'm done with that by like lunch, at least.
Nice. Basically, it's equivalent to eating 4 Big Macs in one sitting.
Damn. First of all, who wants to do that?
They were talking about calorie wise.
That's why plumbers make bank the day after Thanksgiving.
At McDonald's burgers. All right, so we're approaching an hour and a half here, so we'll go ahead and what are you guys? I know Siobhan's taking care of the kids and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I want to ask you guys go around the table. Just kind of, what are you guys thankful for this year?
I'll save mine for last because I'm sure she want to talk about this too.
Yeah. How about Wolfenstein? You guys go first.
What do you think?
What you looking at me for?
Ladies first.
I am thankful for my sexy husband.
Our t-shirt model. Our resident t-shirt model.
Yeah.
Yes. And his sexy t-shirt modeling and his hot
Him and
ass.
his Channing Tatum hot ass.
Super hot ass. I'm thankful that we found an awesome house.
Yes.
That-
Congratulations on that.
Found an awesome house this year. We were able to get married and have a successful first year of marriage that neither one of us are dead yet. Nobody killed each other yet.
Thanksgiving Day's coming up, all them calories.
Yeah, just thankful that we've had an awesome, even though like COVID sucks, that we've made the best of the past year, that we've been able to get out and see some people, and we've made the best of it. And yeah, we haven't killed each other yet.
That's a win there.
I think so too. I mean, I've had a lot of friends like realize after spending a year in quarantine that they hate each other, and I think we've done really well together in the past year. So yeah, we've had a good year.
Congratulations on your first year being together and your house and everything.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
What about you, Wolf?
I'm thankful for the limited amount of time I have gotten to see friends this year. We, as you know, we've had things taken away from us. We've had NJCCs and TF Cons, and pretty much every major gathering got smashed. But here and there, we found some ways. Jason, I got to see you at Shannon JD's. That was always a good time. Eric, I saw you for a little bit at Randy's. I'm thankful for that. Not just because you had a present for me either.
Oh, and you gave me the meat.
Box old stuff.
But I'll take what I can get this year because it's been a wild ride. So like I said, I'll take what I can get. Thankful for being healthy, managing, traveling. That's been picking up again. I've been avoiding this so far. This disease. Haven't brought it home.
You made it home from Texas, man.
Right.
Yeah, that right there is a blessing.
That's been a few days, so we're still crossing our fingers on that one. But I think I'm okay.
I'm surprised you're that close to him, Crystal. I would have figured you'd be out there with like the mask on and everything on your germs.
No, if he's got it, I'm getting it regardless. So whatever.
Ride with the bad boys for life.
Yeah.
All right, Bethany, what about you? What are you thankful for?
I'm obviously thankful for, my husband,
That room?
You were pointing somewhere. I was trying to find
I was trying to figure out
the section, how to do it. Yeah.
The way, obviously.
That guy.
Yes, exactly. As you stick your finger on Wolf's nose.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey, keep your sex life off the camera, buddy.
Sorry.
Obviously, I'm
if
thankful
he only
for
knows.
I've been able to still be able to work. Started off, virtually, and then we're back, in school right now. We'll again see how that goes. Again, being able to see some friends, if not face to face, on the computer. And I think another big thing is, every Thursday night, the Total Package podcast. Being able to be on that with those
shameless plug going on there.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Oh,
Jason.
I will shamelessly plug if I need to.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy?
All right. Well, unlike my wife, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm thankful for everything she does throughout the year, putting up with all the kids and everything and stuff like that, what she does at work. She's a better person than me at that because I don't know what the hell I do. I'm thankful for you guys on the show, for us starting this, especially trying to keep this going and everything during a pandemic. And, I'm thankful for, even though it's a blessing in disguise, even though we haven't been to a lot of conventions and seen a lot of people, it kind of shows you during this whole time, basically who your friends are, and are starting to people are checking up on you more than what they normally do. Because you see conventions all the time. It's nothing. They typically, you don't get calls from people or whatever else, or messages, and it's definitely been interesting this year. And I'm thankful for you guys. Thankful for people in the realm, all of our friends, trying to keep everything together and keep our minds sane while during this whole process. Thankful for my family, Bethany, and her family for everything they do. So, and shout out to you guys for every Thursdays, and hopefully Saturdays will come back again soon. So that is it with me. So how about you, Eric and Siobhan?
Let you go first.
Okay. I think I'm grateful to be able to work from home. I know people who have lost their jobs or do jobs that they can't do from home. And so I'm grateful that I don't have to make the decision of if I need to send my children to school because we have to work, like if I have to work or feed them or keep them safe, that kind of thing. So I'm grateful to have a job where I can work from home and school from home and, do those things. Though it's hard as crap, but
Yeah.
I will say I give all the parents props who are having to juggle both of those, because I know it's not easy for us teachers, but I know it's
I'm
not
sure.
easy for parents.
Yeah, no, I can't. The teachers, I my hats off. I always
Real MVPs.
I always paid attention to Teacher Appreciation Week and that kind of stuff. But now I'm like, I can't get her a car. I mean, like, what can what can I give these people?
Send wine.
Coffee and alcohol.
It's really, really awesome.
Here's an Uber Eats to your house. Like,
yeah. Oh man, they are great. So the teamwork, I think, is a really awesome piece. I'm grateful. I think somebody mentioned this earlier as I was coming back, but we've kind of friends of ours are having some hard struggles in their relationships, and I mean, I'm not saying that he's always wonderful to be at home with all the time, but
hey, I'm not gonna lie, we're all those men are pain in the ass at times.
But I'm grateful. I actually am with somebody I like, so it's not really hard to be in the house together with the four of us and that kind of thing. So I'm grateful for that. And really, it's going to sound cheesy, but I'm grateful that he has you guys. Because you really are like his stress relief. I don't have to therapy him because he because he has this. So I'm like, sometimes when I can see him getting kind of like wound up and stressed about how he's going to handle certain things, I'm like, what is today? Oh, great, it's Sunday. Oh God, it's canceled. When do you do it again? So he's always like, thank you so much for taking care of the girls. I'm like, no problem. Go ahead. Talk to everybody on the computer. Go talk to your friends. So I'm grateful that he has that outlet, because I think that as the head of our household, he carries a lot of stuff that he has to deal with. And so I'm grateful that he has somebody that he can, or people that he can have and just kind of do his thing. And that's why I'm not making a big deal about all these extra boxes that have come to my house. Pre-orders, all these pre-orders that keep coming in.
Have to complete the collection.
Got to.
Yeah. As a complete non-collector, bull crap. But it's okay. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go because I'm grateful. So that's
I love the smile. She's like, gotta keep that smile on.
Yeah.
So those are the top things I can think of. I'm grateful for.
Yeah, I mean, I can echo that. I'm thankful I live in a country where I have freedom of religion.
I don't talk about this a lot on air, but I'm a Christian, and I'm appreciative that I get to serve my God, and that He's blessed me with a beautiful family. That I couldn't ask for a better family. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. I'm grateful that I still have a job, that I worked through the pandemic, even being that I have to go in the office to do work. I'm face to face. I work in the auto industry, so I'm face to face with customers all the time. Thankfully that we haven't gotten COVID. We're taking precautions at work. I thank God my daughter hasn't had to be hospitalized for long periods of time. She's gone in a few times, but nothing crazy. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. Just thankful that, I'm thankful for friends, man. I tell you, this pandemic will show you who your friends truly are. I've gotten closer to a lot of different people, man. People that, typically you just have a surface relationship with, and, thankful that we started this thing, man, and that we're still getting this thing going, that we're able to produce content, man, in the midst of a pandemic is, I think we should pat ourselves on the back for that, man, because this podcast falling off, and there's people who are going on hiatus, and people who don't get along. You know what I mean? And that's something, man, that I'm grateful for. That we can get over our differences. I mean, we're not perfect. We're human. We have things that we deal with collectively. So I'm grateful and thankful that we can get past those things and still produce a show and have fun and laugh with each other and be able to joke with each other and joke on each other. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for the toy community. Shout out to those who have donated to our fundraiser. I'm thankful for that, and being able to bring joy to those kids during the holidays, man. That stuff that's priceless. That's stuff that you'll remember forever, and it does your heart some good, So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. And I'm definitely thankful. Also, I want to give Bobby a shout out, man, real quick. Bobby, man, that guy is a stand-up dude. And he does a lot for the people in the community. He gives himself, his family gives him up to be able to do that stuff, man. So if you guys know who Bobby Skullface is, and you guys follow him, yeah, man. I hate we couldn't do that this year. Yeah. But if you know who he is, man, send him a DM and just tell him how much you appreciate him from time to time, because he gives a lot of himself to the community. I love that guy like a brother. I do anything for that guy. He knows that. So just want to give him a big shout out as well. Thankful for that guy. Yep.
All right. Well, why don't Eric? Why don't we go ahead and give where they can find you at, where they can shout out people, where they can find you, everything else, and then we'll kind of go from there. So. Yeah,
man. Let's go around. Oh, there was one thing you didn't ask. You wanted to ask what was our favorite recipes to make on Thanksgiving.
That's right. Let's do that real quick. All right. Favorite recipes.
I'll start real quick. I think my favorite thing to make, since I do the meat mostly, is like the meat. So like I roast a turkey, but I have my own meat. I have like my own special rib mixture that I make, and I gave Chan and JD some for TFCon last year. And it consists of something really simple. It's just kosher salt, is coarse black pepper, paprika, brown sugar. Gotta have the brown sugar. Onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, excuse me. And sometimes I use like ancho chili powder, but I use that to season every meat that I make on the holidays. I won't use it on the prime rib this year.
Just so
you smell it? Isn't it crazy?
It smells nice.
Thank you. And it's just something that I came up with on my own, just experimenting through the years. And I use it on everything. I won't use it on prime rib unless I'm smoking it. But yeah, I use it on like ribs, chicken, brisket, and it will be on our turkey this year as well. So that's like my favorite thing. And my wife makes up a sweet potato pie and macaroni and cheese. Ooh-wee.
Nice. You can't steal my recipe.
No, I didn't steal it. I'm just telling you. I throw it up. I had to throw it up. I'll give you the alley-oop. That's that pass.
I don't even like making those things. No, I'm kidding.
You making that pie this year?
No, No, I have to
those
make
are divorcing words.
I have to make sweet potato pie every year. Because he wants it, and honestly, it's my favorite thing to make because he likes it so much. It's nice to have things that are requested. Like you're not just like, oh, I'm gonna make this, but he's like, hey, I need you to make this. So that and trying to figure out how to fit his Velveeta into my macaroni and cheese.
That's the
Because I know
secret.
like Velveeta, it's been really interesting, but we do it every year. So those are my things to make.
Velveeta.
That's how I make
Love
my
that
mac
shit.
and cheese.
Yeah, you got to put a little bit of Velveeta in there because if you're gonna bake the macaroni and cheese, sometimes people can overcook it, so it'll get dry. And I feel like with Velveeta, it always makes sure it's a little creamy. I love it.
That and some heavy cream.
Mm.
Whatever you like.
What about you, Jason? I heard you got a nice little chutney recipe, but is that your favorite thing to make?
I make a bunch of different stuff, but it seems like that at Thanksgiving, like I make it for both our families. Like, I mean, I probably make about, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds worth of cranberries or something that. And it goes with, so it's actually a pretty simple recipe. White vinegar, fresh cranberries. I do apples. I leave them. I kind of core them, everything else, chop them up, throw them in. Some apple cider vinegar, raisins, some cinnamon, ginger, allspice, cloves, that sort of thing. But something else I throw in there is a little bit of orange juice, and then I take the rind from an orange and then I put it inside with it also. It's phenomenal. I'll shoot the recipes out to you guys if you're interested. Thank you. Definitely worth checking out.
Chris was like, "Yes, send it." Oh yeah. What about you, Bethany?
It would probably be the spiced peaches, but we don't really have a recipe. It's kind of, my mom's made it so many times.
A little bit of this.
It's kind of she goes off the smell and
there's definitely liquor
at
involved.
it. Yes, nice. One of the things she does put in there, it's like a peach.
Schnapps.
It's some sort of.
It's like a peach or orange liqueur or something like that.
It's a peach liqueur, but she's always like, if you don't have a peach, any kind of like brandy
or something like
that, or something like that, cognac, because it gives that bite, bite you want. But it's dark brown sugar, light brown sugar, vanilla, cloves, cinnamon, allspice. And it's just one of those. You just kind of have to go off of the look, the smell, the consistency of the syrup.
Just
I'll shoot you a picture.
To this recipe made my belly warm.
It's one of those like.
I'll shoot your pictures Thanksgiving.
It just the peach just kind of just falls apart. It's
nice
because we make it early, so it just sits and it just soaks up all of the goodness.
That sounds amazing. I could put that on just like over some ice cream and just.
Something that I do is I take the White House rolls, and Bethany laughs at me about this because I like peach cobbler. Well, nobody makes it at Thanksgiving, so I end up taking the White House rolls, break them up, throw them in a bowl, and I throw it with that peach stuff. And dude, it's like a peach cobbler.
I'll take the rolls and I just soak up like all the juice and stuff because it's got like all that like this.
It sounds really good.
Loaded.
What we're gonna do is Eric will do the closing thing here in a second, but
they need to tell us their favorite recipes.
Chris
was saying this is her first Thanksgiving. I didn't think she had no recipe.
This is my first Thanksgiving, but I make some bomb ass apple pie.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You did say you make pies. Let's go.
All right, let's hear that.
I'm one of those people that I go off of like whatever recipe is on the can for pumpkin, but then I'm like, it needs more cinnamon, and I throw more cinnamon in, and like I don't
do it to smell and taste. Basically, that's kind of
I don't have a real recipe, and then I'm like, oh, but honey would be awesome in this, so I like put some honey in or something. Like I don't really have recipes. I just wing it. and taste. And
Yo, that makes some of the best meals at times. Just
It
winging
works all the time here.
Oh,
The
yeah.
problem though is that when your wing it great grandmother passes away with the wing it peach
Yeah, that's
cobbler
true.
recipe.
That's
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
And
She never wrote it
and
down.
we're all like trying to still figure. I mean, we've had like
Try to
good
replicate it.
cobblers, but we're all trying to still figure it out. We're like, we wish grandma had wrote that down.
That was my grandmother's rolls and her potato salad.
Mm.
yeah.
My aunt
No
is
raisins in it, right? No raisins,
Oh
right?
God, no!
No,
Oh.
you're talking about that fruit salad with that coconut
God,
shit.
no!
But I think this week what I'm doing is I'm making some pepperoni rolls.
Mm.
That's my grandma's
Oh.
recipe just for like funsies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I found some bread recipes that I just want to like.
There you
I
go.
bought a bunch of yeast, and I'm like, I want to use it before it goes bad, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna make shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
Yeah.
He'll eat it. Wolf's like,
Yeah.
yep, I'm
Most
down.
likely, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Like
eat
if
it.
it's food, it's
So
food.
our favorite recipes, what I'm gonna do is like say the chutney. I'm actually gonna go through and shoot pictures as I'm making it. How
There you
about we
go.
just post it on the page?
Oh,
Yeah,
do it.
Why not? Why not?
Just do that, and then we
Do
can
it.
share recipes. So
Yeah, and for the next meat sweats video, I'm gonna show you guys the roast turkey and the prime
Nice.
rib.
Nice. Can't wait.
there you go.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I can show you pictures of the food, but I won't be in them because I have to be picture ready, and I'm not. So be like, "Where is Shabazz?" She said no.
Not today.
I have to admit I'm the same way, but yet I'm on camera every Thursday night.
Yeah, that threw it out the window, huh? You like, I gotta be here, so you get what you get.
Yeah, pretty much.
I ain't mad at you. Well, let's go ahead and get ready to close it out. Let's go around the yard here, get some shout outs and where you at, and call it a day. Let's start with the Wolfensteins. Thanks for joining us, Crystal.
Oh, you're welcome.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook. I'm Crystal Berry Wolfenstein, or under my business page, Berry Paint.
Nice.
Want to tell them about your OnlyFans?
Oh no,
This is the first time she's behind camera, right?
you can't have my OnlyFans info. That's only for
He's your OnlyFan for your OnlyFans?
he's my
All right.
OnlyFan.
Fair
So
enough.
he's your only fan on Pornhub.
Wolf got an OnlyFans too, where he models T-shirts.
He does.
Channing
With that
Tatum.
kid in tandem.
You shirts and only t-shirts.
You know you're never living that down, right? Just Channing
Yeah,
Tatum.
Just paint me like one of your French girls.
That's what's up.
Your-
Are you
your-
on Twitter at
Your
all?
promo picture should be.
I'm not
Tatum
really
with a
on
turkey.
Twitter.
Twitter,
I'm
Instagram.
very Paint on Instagram, but I'm like
There we go.
hardly ever on there. So don't even bother.
Fair enough.
Now, do you have a page where they can find any of your work at?
Yeah, I'm on Redbubble also
There you go.
as Berry Paint. So it's
Okay.
like redbubble.com/people/Berry Paint.
There we
All
go.
right, we'll make sure to get the links up so that way everybody can have it.
Okay.
There you go. Nice. Wolf.
Eric Von Wolfenstein on all your social media needs, pretty much.
There we go.
And
Nice.
OnlyFans.
And Eric Wolfenstein at Pornhub.com.
And for those who don't know, Wolf kind of runs our social media stuff behind the scenes. So shout out to him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Always taking care of the social media stuff. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
Golf clap.
Yep. Bethany, what about you? Where can we find you?
Facebook, Bethany Flav Lowry, Instagram, Lady Love 2019, and then of course every Thursday night at 8:30 with the lovely ladies of the Total Package Podcast.
Woo-woo.
We will be
Nice.
we are taking this week off, so you'll see us in 2 weeks.
It makes sense. You do a live show every Thursday, so
Yep.
it's Thanksgiving. Take
Yep.
your night off.
And we're taking the night off so people can be with their families and
Yeah,
eat
man.
lots and lots of food and go into turkey coma.
Nice. Lowry,
Yeah.
big Papa Turkey.
Oh man, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Jason Lowry. Find me here with you, fine gentlemen, every Thursday, and we'll be popping on doing the Saturday meetup soon. We'll probably wait through the holiday, through the weekend, just to give everybody a break. I know we haven't had it live in a couple of weeks, but after the holiday, we're going to start going live again. So, shout out to people in the realm, all of our friends over there, Dust, Bobby, Pinkerton, like all those guys. Shout out to you guys every Thursday. And shout out to Masterpiece Shippies and the Total Package podcast. Total Package, you can find them Thursday evenings. And Masterpiece
8:30.
Shippies, you can find them, at 8:30. And then Masterpiece Shippies, you can find them at 9 p.m. on Fridays.
Well, 9.
9-ish. Yeah.
9-ish.
9-ish.
Yeah. Or whenever they show up. But anyways, what about you, Eric and Siobhan? Where can they find you at?
Where can they find you, babe?
I am on Instagram, I think, at
Siobhan
Burgess. I secretly hate social media. I'm really only on there for our nonprofit. So I am not really on there. As you can tell with our Facebook page, most of that's not me. 95% of it is not me. It's mostly him. So I'm just kind of there so I don't get fined.
And you can find me, your boy Eric B, on Facebook, Eric and Siobhan Burgess. You can find me on Instagram, Mr._Ep38, where it's primarily my toy photography. That's pretty much where I send that stuff. You can find us together and our board on Kennedy's Village at Kennedy's Village on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as www.kennedysvillage.org, where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between sickle cell research and care. Right now, again, we have our fundraiser going. We're at 2,000. We need 500 more. We'll hit our goal for the year. And I think we can do it. This is the final stretch. We have approximately 8 days remaining before we shut it down there. We've already started shopping for these kids. Every year, there's kids who are going to be in the hospital during the holidays, battling chronic illnesses such as sickle cell. But we don't just help the sickle cell kids. We also help every kid who's going to be in the hospital during the holidays. And when they get that gift, it brings some type of joy to them, being able to know that like they don't have to miss Christmas as a whole. So help out, donate if you can. If you can't donate, you can also share. Just when you share the fundraiser, even if you can't help, your friends will take you as your credit and your word. So they'll say, okay, well, if you support it, then I can support it. So just keep that in mind. But guys, I think with that, the nurse has spoken and we are out of here. Peace.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Yeah.